Hello again, and welcome to my channel. I'm Mr. Light Snack, and this is Light Snack Productions. And today we're going to be continuing a series about my collection. So, going through and I'm shining a spotlight on each individual thing in my collection. So, we're going to be continuing that today, but before we get started, I want to ask that you be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get updated when I upload new videos. I do giveaways. And when we get to 2,000 subscribers, which we're coming up on, and I'm very thankful for that, thankful to all my subscribers and all my viewers. Thanks very much. I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to give away 2 items from my collection to lucky winners. And it will be, completely free, postage and everything. You'll have to live in the USA, of course, so to qualify. But so you'll need to be following me on YouTube for that. Subscribe to me, and also follow me over on Instagram. Link is in the description of all of my videos. So go over there and give me a follow there. And you can enter to win something once we get to that 2,000 mark, which I'm excited for. So, but enough chit chat. Let's get into the video. Let's see what we're going to talk about today. And it's nothing right here on the table. It's actually over there. So we're going to have to go all the way over there. All right, so what I'm going to shine a spotlight on today, and what we're going to take a look at, is going to be my Infinity Edition Buzz Lightyear. It's a really cool Buzz Lightyear. I would call it the OG Signature Collection Buzz Lightyear. And we'll get into why when I show it to you. So let's pull him out and take a closer look. Fun side note, I also have a record collection. There's that. All right, let's flip the camera around and get to the Toy Story stuff. All right, so taking a look here, we'll start with the packaging. You got the Buzz Lightyear Universe Protection Unit, the Infinity Edition Ultimate Talking Action Figure. So this Buzz is very similar to the original 1995 Buzz, but it also includes a wrist communicator. So they actually gave him a wrist communicator, and there's a button in there that you can press. He has no batteries in him right now, but when we put some batteries in him, you'll see what that does. So that's a cool feature that I think they should just include on buses, but they don't. I think it's probably has to do maybe with it being some kind of a choking hazard, the little flip part if it breaks off. I don't know. This is made by Thinkway Toys. It says flip up arm communicator with voice laser light and sound effects. It also comes with a disc launcher, which is just kind of a random addition really. But it kind of goes into that like utility belt type of a feel, I guess. So side of the box, we've got him with some of his phrases on there. More advertising back of the box. It comes with a certificate of authenticity. So just like the Signature Collection Buzz would, that's why I call it the original Signature Collection Buzz. Comes with a certificate of authenticity. It says the Infinity Edition Buzz Lightyear Ultimate Talking Action Figure. I have not taken that out. I'm not planning on taking that out. I'm just going to leave it in the packaging. So, but you can see detailed picture on the back of what you get, what the toy looks like, what it does. And there he is again. So let's get him out of the packaging so that we can take a closer look. So this is like the old style packaging. It's so hard to get something out of packaging today because it's just so secured in there because they don't want people to steal it all. But back in the day, all you had was a styrofoam, and then this just slips out and you can pull them out. It's just super simple packaging. All right, so here he is out of his packaging. Let's pull them right out. He's got the flip-up helmet like most Buzz Lightyears do. His head does move, so you can move his head back and forth. It's not a lot of movement, but it has some movement. My original 95 Buzz, I don't know if the head's just stuck or if it doesn't move, but I can't get it to move. I'm pretty sure it's a yellow label Buzz, which is different than the later models. I think the later models might have had a head that was movable. I think the yellow label didn't. They were just trying to get it out quick for the movie. Not positive on that. It's just an assumption. But anyway, he's got the flip-up helmet. You can kind of make him whoosh if you just flick it up because it's really loose. So he's got that. And taking a look, he's just modeled exactly like the 95 Buzz. There's no difference between him, other than he includes the wrist communicator. You can see it's got a little piece of string, cable, whatever you want to call it, on there in case the flip part pops off. But you can see his communicator in there. It's not movie accurate or anything, but it does have a button, which again we're going to get to the button. And he's got the regular movement that a 95 Buzz would have. Again, they left out the green on his back of his hand and different details and stuff like that. Not a super great representation of Buzz, but it's not bad. And this is the kind of Buzz that I had growing up. This is what I had. So we didn't have access to the fancy Buzzes. He's got the wings. That is a slot for the disc launcher to clip on. This Buzz, unlike my 95 Buzz, does have working wings. The mechanisms in these broke a lot. They weren't made really well. You can, if you have a Buzz that has the broken mechanism, there are people who 3D print the part that you need. And then if you keep the springs, if you throw the springs away, you don't have to try to find springs, I guess. But if you keep the springs, you can fix it if you want to. So, because it's an easy 3D printable part. But his wings pop out with the button, and these pop out hard. So that's no joke there. They really fly out there for the little stubby wings. And it was such a disappointment. It still is when I look at this. I'm just like, because the big thing about Buzz in the movie was his impressive wingspan, right? Then you get this, and it's just like, just disappointing. It's just disappointment and sadness, and just, I can make a lot of jokes about that, but I'm not going to do it because I want this to be trying to make this kind of a family-oriented channel. But anyway, so there's that. So let's get some batteries in him. His legs move. He's got a little bit of bend in his leg and everything. He's a little stiff because he's new in the box, so it doesn't get played with or anything. It's just display. But let's get his batteries in. So we're going to pop his backpack off, and I'll go over how to do that here, and then we'll put some batteries in it. So screwdriver. It's the Phillips tip kind. That's flathead. All right, so we've got screws. I'm going to do this with the wings popped out. I'm pretty sure that's probably the best way to do it, is to have the wings out. But if it's not, I haven't done this for a while, I'll tell you that it's not. Anyway, all right, so we got a screw here, and there. So we got 3 screws. This doesn't do anything. So doesn't do anything. So let's loosen these 3 screws here. These screws will fall out, so be careful with that if you are doing this at home. As you see there, it's the magnetized tip of the screwdriver. Pull the screw out, so be careful so you don't lose a screw. And then you can just lift the back off like that. There's your backpack, and it's been removed, so set that aside. And on mine anyway, I believe that this is supposed to have a cover in here. I believe it's supposed to have a cover that goes over that because there is a spot for it where like a little slip and stuff. But mine doesn't have it. Don't know why. But in any event, it takes two AA batteries, so we will grab a couple of those and pop those in. Again, I will accept sponsors from battery companies. If you would like to sponsor me, you may. Anyway, okay. So we got two AA's. These are Members Mark batteries. Not sponsored yet, but I'm waiting on I'm waiting on that Energizer sponsor. It's coming. It's coming eventually. I know it just has to, right? Yeah. Dreams. I have dreams. Dreams of being sponsored by Energizer. Okay. Anyway, so I'll put the batteries in. So let's pop them in. Boom. And boom. Now, Buzz can be reset into Spanish mode. And you just take the pack and just set it right down. This is part of the wing activation mechanism here. And it's plastic, it can break also. And it, see that hole there? That's where that slits in. So it's easier to do this when the wings are out, because you'll push that back and the wings will pop out anyway. So, but yeah, you can tell, like, plastic quality in some ways in toys has like improved, but also it's degraded. It's kind of weird. It depends on the part you're talking about. Like certain parts are better than they used to be, but the whole thing is cheaper. It's weird. Anyway, so just tighten the screws back down on the pack. These buzzes are really easy to switch the batteries out and stuff. You don't have to fumble around with the pack trying to line it up right. Stuff like the Disney Store. You don't really have to worry about breaking those pegs like on Signature Collection Digital Data. They're just those plastic things that you have to like rip out. So, but yeah. So pop those wings back in. And that's it. And his pack's back on, his batteries are in.
I am Buzz Lightyear.
And we can look at what he does. Let's look at this laser. So that's kind of cool. So that's similar to in the movie. Where he's, where he scans with lasers, like beep, 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 beep. And then you press it again and he fires it. So it's like he's scanning with his laser. And then he fires it. Laser sound's not really accurate, but that's kind of a neat little feature that you get with this Buzz. So as far as this communicator over here, open that up, and then you're going to press this little button. There's also a light down there.
Buzz Lightyear to Star Command. Come in, Star Command. Mayday, Mayday. Come in, Star Command. Star Command. 10 reinforcements.
One moment. I'm noticing he's got some dust on his helmet. I'm just going to wipe him off real quick. All right, that's better.
Come in, Star Command. Star Command, do you copy? Buzz Lightyear to Star Command. Come in, Star Command. Mayday, Mayday. Come in, Star Command. Star Command, 10 reinforcements. Come in, Star Command.
And that's about all you get from the wrist communicator, but it is neat. As far as his regular phrases,
I come in peace. I'm stationed up in the Gamma Quadrant of Sector 4. I protect the galaxy from the threat of invasion. I come in peace. To infinity and beyond.
I don't know. There's multiple buzzes that do that, where they say, and then I don't know where it does that, and the laser goes off. I guess that's supposed to be like maybe a fun thing or something where kids feel like they need it, and they're like, oh, cool, the laser went off. I don't know. It seems kind of silly to me, but
I am Buzz Lightyear. I come in peace. I'm stationed up in the Gamma Quadrant of Sector 4. I protect the galaxy from the threat of invasion. I come in peace. To infinity and beyond. I am Buzz Lightyear.
And that's about all you get. So, pretty simple as far as the phrases. And then again, the wings in the back. And I'll show you the disc launcher he comes with as well. Let me grab that. All right, so this is his disc launcher, and he can hold it. You can kind of make him hold it. Again, if you want to see this in a more detailed review, there's a more detailed review at my desk that was earlier in the video of this that you can watch on my channel. There's also more detailed reviews of everything in my collection on my channel that you can watch. There's a playlist. You can go through and watch the whole playlist if you'd like to, or you can pick out individual videos that you may find interesting or that you want to know more about. So be sure to check that out if you want to see any more. But this is the launcher, and it's just got a little, like a rocket thing. Looks like the Pizza Planet rocket kind of. So that's kind of neat. And you just push this, and these are the little discs. I'm not gonna open them, but and then fling out. As far as that space on the back. So on the back here, you've got this, and that's just so you can take this disc launcher and you can pop it on his back here, and it's kind of difficult to get on, but it pops on his back. And you can, whereas launching, you can shoot it from his back. You can just leave it on there. If you want to have this launcher on there, which is just like a gimmicky thing that they added, for another reason to get this Buzz, I guess, over a different Buzz, or get this Buzz to spend more money on a Buzz, basically. Like I said in my other videos, they make a perfect Buzz Lightyear. There's not gonna be no reason for anybody to buy another Buzz Lightyear. So why would they put all of the features in one Buzz and then make it movie accurate looking? Because then people will be like, well, I already have the Buzz. Why do I need to keep buying more? Oh, it's new. It's different. It does different things. We got to get that one now, especially with a kid. A kid sees that and they're like, but this one has this and mine doesn't have this. So, like with the communicator, it's like mine doesn't have a communicator and the Buzz in the movie does. We have to get this one now. That may be why there will never be a perfect Buzz. I'm hoping there will be. But so far, one does not exist. Anyway, so that is the Infinity Edition Buzz Lightyear. Hope you enjoyed. And I will see you. It's a really loose helmet. I mean, it is loose. It is floppy. Look at that. It's just, he'd be like freaking out all the time because the helmet was open. Opening his spaceman's helmet on an Uncharted planet. His eyeballs are going to be sucked from their sockets. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. To infinity and beyond. Pizza Planet just came by and dropped off my Supernova burger and my Mega Gulp. You didn't see that. You didn't see that.